Many people think that they're not creative enough, that they don't have enough original ideas. And this mindset holds them back from actually starting their first project and creating stuff. Sounds familiar? What if I told you don't have to be a genius? That you don't have to be naturally creative to be creative? That's what I learned from the book Steal Like an Artist by Austin Kleon. And the best part, you'll understand why being a boring person could be your secret superpower in the creative world. So what's this book about? It's a guide that makes creativity accessible to everyone. The author says, creativity is not magic, creativity is for everyone. It's a skill you can learn and practice. Anyone can be creative if they surround themselves with the right influences, play nice, and work hard. You are a mashup, your work is a mashup. Embrace it. The author argues that the artist or creator is a collector. To create, you need to find interesting things from others and make your own version of them. Since humans can make perfect copies, it will always be your unique take, and that's what you're going to share with the world, your piece of art. In this video, I want to focus on 3 chapters that I found really interesting. The first one is called Don't Wait Until You Know Who You Are to Get Started. If I had waited to know who I was or what I was about before I started being creative, well, I'd still be sitting around trying to figure myself out instead of making things. In my experience, it's in the act of making things and doing our work that we figure out who we are. You're ready, start making stuff. Yeah, this one's really good because I think so many people struggle to define their identity as an artist or as a creator, but the book just suggests, okay, just start the project and it will become your identity later, and you don't have to worry about that, just start the project. So many people say, I want to make a YouTube channel, I want to make photos, or I want to write this book, but they don't do it, so they will never become a writer, a photographer, or a YouTuber because they just never start the project. And so the book says, don't make excuses for not working, make things with the time, space, and materials you have right now. And now it's your turn to create a comment. If you could steal like an artist from anyone, who would it be and why? Leave a comment down below, I'll definitely reply to your comment as well. My next favorite chapter is called Write the Book You Want to Read. And the argument is that if you are really interested in something and you thought this could be really cool, but you cannot find it online, then just make it yourself. So I really love this chapter and I really want to read a few sentences. The manifesto is this: draw the art you want to see, start the business you want to run, play the music you want to hear, write the books you want to read, build the products you want to use, do the work you want to see done. And when I read this chapter, I really had to think about my personal project when I was around 22, a few years ago. I was really interested in LGBTI activists around the world, and I thought it would be really cool to know more about activists in like countries where human rights are not so well respected. And I also wanted to make my first documentary at the time because I was really into documentaries and wanted to learn filmmaking. So I just did it because I thought that's a really cool project. I took my savings that I had and traveled to 5 countries and met activists along the way, interviewed them. I barely knew how to shoot videos, so I just bought a camera and went on the first flight. And it was a huge struggle to finish it in the end because I didn't know how to edit videos, especially not a 30-minute documentary. But I managed and found help, and I finished and showed it to people and was really proud that I actually finished. And also, if you enjoy these kind of book reviews, then consider subscribing to my channel because I'll be reviewing more books like these ones in the future. So the next chapter that I fell in love with is called Be Boring, It's the Only Way to Get Work Done. I'm a boring guy with a 9-to-5 job who lives in a quiet neighborhood with his wife and his dog. That whole romantic image of a creative genius doing drugs and running around and sleeping with everyone is played out. It's for the superhuman and the people who want to die young. The thing is, it takes a lot of energy to be creative. You don't have that energy if you waste it on other stuff. I think that's really still a hot take. I think this book is 10 years old now, but it's still a hot take because a lot of people think that artists have to be fancy, that they're naturally fancy, like just creatives, they're super fancy. But no, I thought about this, and when I make videos or if I make other stuff, like I sit on a desk in a quiet room for hours. It doesn't feel rewarding and it doesn't feel fancy at all, but you get the rewards later. Like when you publish and you publish for years and make creative stuff for years, then you get fans and you get compliments. And yeah, one day people might consider you being a fancy artist, but actually you're still a boring person just like them. And so if you think of yourself as a boring person, then you can definitely be an artist. Like nothing holds you back. That's what this chapter is about, and that's why I fell in love with this one so badly. And after reading this book, I thought, yeah, his kind of advice applies to any kind of work, like whatever you do, art, journalism, photography, video production, science, like you can get inspiration from other people and make your own version of it. He also says, like, of course, it's not about plagiarism. It's about quoting other people if you get inspiration from them or if you take stuff from them. But you can find inspiration and make your own version of it. And so that's a really powerful message, like nothing should hold you back from starting your own project. Like for me, it's this YouTube channel, that's my creative project. What's your creative project that you should maybe start today, and don't wait for anyone to hold you back. Like this book is also like from stolen ideas. He also said, like, yeah, he got all these ideas from other people and like quote them, but you can write a whole book out of stolen ideas. I think that's a really powerful message. So go get this book. You'll find the link in the description below. And if you need inspiration how to steal from ChatGPT, then you'll find my 10 favorite prompts for video production in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.